Hi beauties, welcome back to another episode of Beauty Within. It's your host,
Felicia.
And Rowena. Sometimes achieving a brighter complexion can feel like a full-time job. Moisturizing on the reg, drinking the proper amount of water, getting enough sleep.
But some of us just don't have the time or even the stamina for a multi-step routine. So today we're here to talk about one product that can really help get the skin boosted, looking radiant, and it's Brightening Serums.
We'll briefly run through the best ingredients for brightening and share with you guys some of our favorite products.
Yes.
Thank you so much to Vichy for sponsoring this video so that we can share with you some of our tried and true favorites for brightening. Vichy is a dermatologically proven French brand driven by potent and safe ingredients.
So let's get into it. What we've learned over the last couple of years is that brightening can be achieved in many ways. 3 predominantly, through brightening ingredients, exfoliation, and also hydration. So serums are made up of smaller molecules, which allows the formula to penetrate deeper through our skin than other products might. And they typically are created with a higher concentration of ingredients, so you can see the results more quickly than other products.
The first way serums can help is through, number 1, exfoliation. Your complexion looks radiant when it's smoothened up to reflect light, but if the surface of your skin is rough and uneven due to a buildup of dead skin cells, then the light that hits it is diffused and your skin appears dull and ashy.
So serums with alpha hydroxy acids like lactic acid, glycolic, provide a gentle exfoliating effect to reveal that brighter glowing skin underneath.
Number 2 is the inhibition of melanin production. If you want brighter skin, it's important to slow down melanin synthesis. Melanin is the pigment that gives skin color, but also hyperpigmentation.
So that's why we get acne spots, that's why we get like melasma, freckling. So the brightening of these things can be helped with serums that contain key actives. And the first you'll see, which is a popular one and that we'll mention in a bit, is Arbutin, and it strongly inhibits tyrosine activity, which is the skin's own key enzyme that accelerates the pigmentation process. So you want to slow that baby down.
There's also glutathione. It offers high degrees of antioxidant action directly targeted to melanin and melanocyte activity.
Also slowing it down.
You can also inject it into your skin.
Now there's a lot of stuff that, like, because glutathione can be a little irritating, there's things like tranexamic acid as well, which work a little more subtly. And then of course we have the OG ascorbic acid and ascorbyl palmitate, or different derivatives of vitamin C. And it provides an antioxidant protection as well as blocking the formation of free radicals that trigger the melanin production in our skin, therefore helping to reverse the damaging effects of things like UV rays and everything. Yes, vitamin C is great. Reverse life.
Third is hydration. If you guys watched our interview with Alicia Yoon from Peach and Lily, she did mention that if your skin is happy, if your skin barrier is happy, if your skin is properly hydrated, it will also inhibit and prevent the tyrosinase from going crazy and like wanting to overcorrect itself.
Yeah, it's kind of like the melanocytes are kind of looking for things, and if your skin doesn't have enough hydration, it will trigger producing more of it. So when you feed it and it's a happy little pup,
then it's just like in its zone,
yes,
like
just chilling. Yeah. So that was a really interesting point that we found out to really help with hyperpigmentation, because who thought that hydration could help with that, right?
Yeah. So as we're on hydration, actually there's 2 products I want to talk about together. The first one is the Mineral 89 Hyaluronic Acid Booster Serum. So this serum has a very, very simple ingredient list. So the first ingredient is the volcanic water. There's essential minerals in here which can help strengthen your skin barrier and protect the skin. So I think all of that is just healthy skin barrier, healthy skin and life.
It's funny because we never really think about water as being this carrier of minerals that really deliver potent nutrients to the skin and our skin cells.
And in here, there's of course hyaluronic acid that really helps with hydration. So the texture of this serum, it's beautiful.
Once again, it's like another jelly cloud.
It is.
But this one is a little bit more, it's like a denser cloud.
It is. It's a bit more viscous, but it's not sticky at all.
Once again, if you love the spreadability of like a gel serum, I think this is definitely one of those ones that glides again. But what I found, if you are using it and you have more like combination skin, if you have a little bit more oily, I'd like to let this serum sit a little longer than my other serums. Like it does leave a little bit of a tack, but it's not like sticky. Yeah. But I feel like you need to kind of let it rest on your face, let all the ingredients sink in, and then move on to a moisturizer.
Thermal waters, volcanic waters, I feel like
it's like a French version of Purito.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's very focused on ingredients. It's very minimal. So that's that one.
And the second serum I want to talk about is the Glow Recipes Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum. So in here, there's 3 different kinds of plums. The primary one being kakadu that I would love to highlight because it's a natural source of vitamin C. And there's also, of course, hyaluronic acid. In here, there's 5 different molecular weights to target the different layers of your skin. Bella and I, when we first used this, it's like instant boost of hydration. Every single one of your cells on your face is like,
it's like jumping like little jelly beans.
Yeah.
And I really love the texture of this one. So beautiful. It's like a gel cloud.
It is.
That just slips all over your face.
And then you're just instantly glowing.
Yeah. So I think I have like 2 standouts. One is the Dr. Circle. This is the Royal Vita Propolis 33 Ampoule. This is, oh my gosh, this was amazing when I first tried it because just the texture is more lightweight. It's not like a gel consistency like those ones. It's a little bit more watery. I love Propolis for its anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. It just works really well for like inflammatory skin conditions like acne and hyperpigmentation without being too much.
It's very gentle.
It was one of those really subtle, gradual brightening serums that I didn't realize was brightening until maybe like 2 weeks on, and I'm like, what is my skin become? Yeah.
It's the same with this. I'll just say this one in passing. It's the COSRX Propolis Light Ampoule, and we also have the Hyaluronic that you love. That's also flying off our shelves.
Yes, so I would say that one is actually kind of like a dupe, but very similar to this.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more goopy, kind of like these textures. That one's a little bit more lightweight. That one is also more goopy, right?
This is for sure more goopy. And this one may have been discontinued, but it's very well loved.
Yes. I find it very hard to dislike Propolis serums.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like it does the best for your skin barrier while like hugging it and healing it, all fuzzy like a bee. And then the next serum that I really enjoy is the Snail Repair Intensive Ampoule. So once again, serum and ampoule are very similar. They're both very potent in active ingredients. And this is the snail mucin one, which contains 80% of the snail mucin in here. And it just really helped with brightening my hyperpigmentation over the course of like 2 weeks to about a month. Mizon is one of those brands that even like Peach and Lily, Alicia also loves for her eczema prone skin. So it's really great for sensitive skin types.
And I think like anyone on the spectrum of skin concerns and skin types can benefit from using Snail.
Yeah, and contrary to maybe like a belief that maybe you have in your mind without using it, is that it's sticky, but it's really not. There's also another Hyaluronic serum as well, if you're interested in that one. That one's a little less slimy, I would say, than this one.
But even then, this isn't slimy at all.
No, it's just for lack of a better word. It's just, it like comes out of the dropper slimy.
Yeah.
And the other brightening ingredients in here are barberry and the pomegranate fruit extract, which both of them help in different ways to brighten and lighten the skin. So let's switch it up a little and talk a little about one of our favorite brightening ingredients, which is vitamin C serum. So which ones have you got that contain like derivatives of vitamin C or pure vitamin C?
This one I've talked about a lot. It's the Femmue Lumière Vital C, and I've also been trying the ampoules, the glass vials.
Aren't these adorable? Oh my gosh.
What about you?
I also used those two and I think they're really great. I have the ordinary ascorbic acid 8% and alpha arbutin 2%, which is long known to help with brightening. And then I also have the Vichy Liftactiv. This is the vitamin C brightening skin corrector. And both of these I enjoy very much, and they're very different. Yeah, because one is oil-based and one is like water.
Yeah.
So it again comes down to like what you prefer when you want to use vitamin C. And we talked about different carriers of vitamin C and it going into your skin. See, it's just like Here's
Beautiful.
This one has a really simple ingredient list, once again with 11 ingredients, so it's very minimal. It has pure vitamin C, which is the ascorbic acid, and I just feel like if you want to know fast and reap all the benefits of vitamin C and its brightening effects, this is definitely one to check out, especially if you have oily skin, because it's like, it almost feels like you didn't apply anything, but you get all the benefits. And there's also hyaluronic acid in here for the hydration. So what I do is for the vitamin C serums, I love using them during the day because I feel like they just work the best. I don't know, vitamin C is synonymous with like the sun and brightness to me, right? But you always want to pair it with a really good sunscreen. It does have quite a like interesting smell, but it's fragrance free. So what you're smelling is just all the ingredients in their goodness.
So this scent reminds me of, there's a huge debate going on. Some of them smell a lot more savory. Maybe it's just a natural scent of vitamin C.
Yeah, because that's what you get if you don't want fragrance, right? You just have to take it as it is. So that's something to take note of, but super lightweight, probably the most lightweight vitamin C serum I've ever used. Yeah. And then this one, the Ordinary, is the one carried in oil, and it's the ascorbic acid 8% alpha arbutin. We know that like the two of them are best friends during the day. They help to stabilize each other. They help create that really well-guarded shield for your skin to protect it from UV damage. Have you used this one?
I have not.
Okay. So it's like a very lightweight oil. You probably only need, I only use like 2 to 3 drops of this. It is a little thicker than the Milano CC.
Would you use this as a serum since there's oil in there, or do you put it on top of your moisturizer?
No, I would use this as a serum, but only like a little bit of it. And I tend to use this more like when it's now, like fall, because of its oily nature. What's yours?
The vials.
The vials?
The vials. Let's just start with the vials. So in here, it's like a concentrated dose of the volcanic water, of ascorbic acid, as well as hyaluronic acid and phytopeptide. So this is great for anti-aging as well as brightening and like evening out your skin tone.
Yeah, because let's not forget, vitamin C and peptides do help with collagen synthesis, which means it will make your skin from like the dermis layer like plump up if used over time.
This is more of like an SOS. Like my skin is struggling and I need help now.
Really dull, has no life. It's like, meh.
And it'll just give you like an instant flush. The way I use this, the way that you could use this, because there is about enough for 2 uses. First time you use it, it'll be a kind of a, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I doing it right? You're supposed to get a tissue to break off the top.
So there's like a little incision there.
After you break the tip off, there's an add-on, like a little plastic add-on, and you just pat it into your skin. I'll use it once in the morning, and then I'll use the second half at night.
And also the fact that they're put into these vials also helps with things like stabilizing the vitamin C so it doesn't oxidize, because when it's out like this, there are different ingredients that help stabilize these ones, but this is like a 2-time use.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've seen like a Western brand, because I normally see Koreans do this. Yeah. Bling, bling, bling. And then the Femmue.
Lumière.
Set the musical cow.
So this is a serum that I've been talking about for quite some time now. In here, there's vitamin C, of course. It's ascorbyl glucoside, which is a derivative of vitamin C. And there's also a lot of extracts. So there's peach extract that's also naturally high in vitamin C. Maybe that's what you're smelling.
Yeah, it smells like a garden.
It does.
Flowers.
And there's a lot of different flower as well as root extracts in here as well. There is our favorite Centella asiatica, there's green tea, there's niacinamide that helps brighten the skin. I think niacinamide and vitamin C, they can be friends.
Just find something that's formulated together.
Yeah. So I think in general, what this serum means to me is that it's very soothing, it's very gentle because of all these soothing extracts with all these soothing ingredients paired with a derivative of ascorbic acid, which is also more gentle for your skin. Anyone with more sensitive skin or anyone just looking for a more gentle brightening serum, this is your go-to. Like anyone can use this.
So moving on to a serum that we've both also tried is the Pure Lotus Jeju Leaf Serum. Also for brightening. This one actually says it's brightening. It's got the Jeju lotus leaf as well as niacinamide and an ingredient called the Sephora root extract. Not Sephora, the store.
Sophora.
So this one works similar to licorice root extract with its skin brightening qualities, and it has the ability to inhibit tyrosinase, which is like an even more inception from inhibiting the melanin production. So it really can help gradual brightening with hyperpigmentation and just overall like evening out skin tone. What did you feel using this one?
I love it. There's also, aren't there pearls in there?
Oh, there's the little
like the subtle pearls that burst as you get it to come out. So I just remember this had a very beautiful, subtle floral scent that I really love. And I do find these two very similar in that they brighten up the complexion of your skin fully and give you that dewiness.
Because the texture is very satisfying. It's not too oily, not too jelly. It like sits right in the middle. If you're wondering, it's like, oh, it says Lotus, but I can't see it. The ingredient list is Nelumbo Necifera leaf extract. That is Lotus. I think that just helps me even out everything.
It's not gonna be as potent as like a 15% ascorbic acid for sure.
Yeah, definitely more of the subtle ways to brightening.
And I think just Lotus as a plant, a flower.
And what it symbolizes.
What it stands for. Just beautiful.
Yeah. Anyway, so you also have the Peach and Lily.
So I think similar to that, in here, the Peach and Lily's Glass Skin Refining Serum, there's peach extract as well as peptide complex. And in here, of course, there's also niacinamide that helps brighten your skin, which is, I think, what gives you that glass skin look. It's very similar to these two as well. Because it does give you that dewiness, I would actually say that these two might have that more like plump effect.
Yeah.
I mean, this is already very plumping to begin with, but I think these two is just instantly dew.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking outside at 5:30 a.m. and dew is just on my
face.
face.
Because I feel like that is actually more lightweight.
It is.
I think it's like, it's nourishing to me, but personally, it's not as brightening as the other ones. So I tend to use that more for just like hydration rather than brightening. So then one from Paula's Choice. We haven't mentioned Paula's Choice for a while, but you know, guys know we love her. We also have a video with her if you want to check out. But one of my favorite products from their line is the Azelaic acid. This is the 10% with licorice and salicylic acid. So I feel like if you have breakout prone skin, congestion, and just unevenness going on, Azelaic acid is a really great ingredient for sensitive skin types to like even all that out.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to use vitamin C, but you still want the benefits of something subtly brightening. You can add this into your moisturizer because it's their booster line, but I actually use this just as a standalone serum. And also the Ordinary has an Azelaic, but I actually prefer this one. And in terms of brightening, I think it's the licorice that helps and the exfoliation of the salicylic acid. So I thought this would be fun to put in because it is so advanced in terms of technology. This is the NIOD Repigment. It's their multi-pathway brightening system. This one I think was created also along the same lines of wanting brightening benefits without irritation. And it's concocted with ingredients that we've never heard of because it's NIOD. So for example, there's the glycoside. So in here, there's an ingredient that is a molecule that's activated by our skin's own microbiome, which then helps to brighten it from a cellular level, right? NIOD. As well as that, there's fermented white shiitake, which is a type of mushroom, which also has anti-inflammatory properties and brightens through hydration because mushrooms are really good at storing water. Yeah. There's also an ingredient that's a derivative of azelaic acid, which once again helps with anti-inflammatory properties, which then help with breakouts and acne, but also helps with evening out your skin tone and, you know, brightening and lightening. So the consistency is very watery. It just kind of like dribbles down the hand and the face if you do apply it, very similar to this one and this one, just like absorbs, right? But this one I haven't used long enough to really tell if it really is like brightening.
Yeah.
But on the week,
It's worth mentioning.
yes, just for its
Technology.
innovation and ingredients. So if you have hyperpigmentation, Do you have hyperpigmentation? It's just
Freckling.
But the freckles are cute. I don't know why you want to get it away.
I don't want to get it away fully. It's just sometimes in the summer, or like if I'm in LA, because when you drive, it's on the left side. So my left side will be like, and then there'll just be like a few here. Yeah.
Well, I don't have freckles, so I can only say for like
Cannot
acne.
relate.
Yeah, like you can't relate to my acne spots. Hyperpigmentation, this is really great for that. So those are kind of just our selection. We do, like, it's hard to say which is our favorite serum. They're used for different purposes.
Yeah. It's as we said earlier as well, like if you want something that's just vitamin C concentrate, then you'll use something like the Vichy. If you want something that's will help with a few other things as well, you'll go with something like the Femmue.
Yeah, and if you're dehydrated and dull and lackluster, then you'll go for like these ones.
So it's really just knowing your skin at the end of the day and feeding it what it needs.
Yeah. So how was your week?
Let me turn that and ask you, because you are.
Why?
I'm wondering how you doing.
I feel like this week and just like leading up to this week is just one of those times when you feel like daggers are being thrown at you from every angle and you just like don't know which one to prioritize, which one deserves, you know, the most. I guess that is prioritizing, but like they all seem to be as important as the next, and then so like you kind of lose yourself in the process.
So when you're feeling this way, what is your default, or what is something you can always fall back on to help you kind of take a step back and see things?
So I think my default is actually pretty bad. I tend to just like close in. Like I'll just harbor it all and like put on a facade. But through the years, I realized like that is actually not great communication. It could be easily solved. You just have to like be open. And I think being open is something that I always struggle with. It's like vulnerable, right? And then I take that as like, oh, maybe I'm not doing that well, but it's not really. So it's like unnecessarily taking it too hard.
And that's life. Sometimes it just comes at you like a wave.
It's always in waves. And then next week you're like, ding, 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 ding.
For like a day, and then it's like whoosh.
Yes. What about you?
I think very similarly what you said about communication and just like how I handle. You know how sometimes, especially every like once a month, you'll just be in a mood? And sometimes when you're in a mood, you just want to be in a mood. But then there's other people around you and it affects other people. So I think what it really comes down to is also communicating. And I think we talked about this before. There's different attachment styles. There's anxious, avoidant, and secure. And I think when I'm stressed or when I'm in a mood, I just like close off to become like very, very, very avoidant. And like while I'm in there being avoidant, of course I'm like mulling over why and asking myself why I'm feeling this way and like trying to work myself through it. But as I'm doing that, I need my space to do it. But I'm relearning now that you can ask for help while you're in this state, you know? And I think a part of being so avoidant and closed off is like fears, or you just don't want to, it's not like weak to ask for help, but it's just you kind of feel like you can do it on your own and you want to do it on your own, but like you don't have to, like we don't have to, you know? It's like friends are always there to help, and they can only help if you open up and, you know, reach out.
Yeah. But anyway, we all go through ups and downs, and it just happens to be that this is one of those weeks, but we're all in it together. So as much as we talk about skincare, we also do really put a lot of emphasis on trying to improve our outside as well as the inside simultaneously. So I think brightening actually fits really into this theme.
It does. Yeah, if you really want bright, glowing, happy skin, it really starts from the inside and from like up here.
Yeah. So anyway, if you have any questions about the products we mentioned or about other ones, because we've probably tried them, leave them below. And of course, we are very appreciative that you're following us on our skincare journey, and we'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye.